Hey everybody, it's Tony Schiavone of All Elite Wrestling, and this is True Hill Heat. And I said it right, you motherfuckers.
Gotta unmute myself. Hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. We are live, pal. Right here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, Facebook, as well as Twitch channel for another edition of AEWramble episode 23, affectionately titled by my two colleagues as New Year's Trash. We will be reviewing the December 29, 2021 episode of AEW Dynamite with their New Year Smash 2022, I guess, going into 2022, Night 1 event from Jacksonville, Florida. I am back once again with both guys on the couch that don't like wrestling. First up, we have the hot take machine, the fringe heel, Marcus Cash. Welcome back.
Thank you. Boy, I know you guys are gonna love my opinions today.
I was already. I appreciate the heads up from both of you. Both of you had to both send me the title this week because you guys felt passionately, I guess, about it. But we also have the man of 42,000 subscribers. You go to him for your TV and movie reviews and reactions. He is Jimmy Macram.
As you can see, we all have black shirts on, sporting a black figure. And I'm Jimmy Macram. Go ahead, take it away.
Wow. We're off to a great start already, guys. I must say, I wasn't expecting this out of a start.
The day of black.
The day of black. That doesn't happen a lot with All Elite Wrestling. But we are here to discuss AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash Night 1. If you want to support the channel, we want to wish you a happy holidays, of course, Merry Christmas, belated, and Happy New Year. And give this video a thumbs up. Share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, smash that subscribe button. Hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. We are less than 90 subscribers away from 2,000 subscribers, so help us along on that path by sharing the video and telling someone else to subscribe to the channel as well. And of course, we want to hear your thoughts in the live chat. We want to hear what you thought about AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash, as well as your super chat donations are always appreciated. This is our final live stream of 2021, so let's end it off right with some super chat donations to show your support for the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. We already got a couple of our usual suspects in the live chat. Fifth Generation Carney saying, hope everyone's doing well. We also got your personal favorite, Jimmy EBB, who says, hey, y'all lads, doing all right. Hope y'all all doing good. Early opinion here from Maybe B says, just want to get this out of the way immediately. Lambert's promo on Brandy didn't set back women's wrestling. I hate his mic work, but come on. He's a character on a TV show. It didn't set anything back.
Isn't that the opinion?
Is that the worst thing we got? Because Brandy ruined all the great work Cody's done over the last 500 years to get us out of this predicament. She set us all back. How about that?
Brandy brought about racism.
Yes. All that good work Cody's done.
She brought it back.
Him and Reverend King and Malcolm X. She ruined all that shit.
Took all of it back. All of it back. Set us all back about 50 years and stuff. We will get into that. We will definitely get into that promo for sure. But as per usual, Jimmy, Cash, one word to describe AEW Dynamite New Year's Smash.
There's so many of them. Black, a bitch, I suppose. Coon, soft shoe, jive turkey, whatever you want. You do whatever you please. I hate that. I didn't want to do this. Oh my God. Go ahead. Hate. You do that. You go ahead. Feel free.
And you thought you hated last week's show. Cash, one word?
Omicron. Because if you like this episode, I'm going to need you to have your temperature checked.
Like I said, we're off to a great start, ladies and gentlemen. Even our good fella here, DJ Eric, is in the live chat with us. Just want to wish SP3 Jam Master Jimmy, aka He Hates Good Wrestling, THH Josh, THH Romeo, Wendy, Chris G, Chrissy, and the whole chat a safe and sound New Year's. Thank you.
I'll have a decent New Year's too. Thanks, Eric. Jeez.
Thanks, Eric. We appreciate that. We appreciate the love as always. Continue to put your thoughts on AEW Dynamite New Year Smash.
Drop your location so I'll make sure your train's running late that day.
He's probably not in New York, to be fair. But yes, let us know in the live chat what you thought about AEW Dynamite. And of course, super chat donations will be highlighted on the screen. So if you have a question, a thought that you want to be read, make sure the super chat donations, just $1 or more. We appreciate the support. But we're here to talk about AEW Dynamite from December 29th, 2021 from Jacksonville, Florida, back in Daly's place. And they welcome back cancer-free JR. Jim Ross made his return to the commentary desk, even coming back with a new t-shirt, beat cancer's ass. Very happy that JR is back, that he was able to get through the treatment. Were you guys happy to see JR back?
I'm happy that he's safe. Happy that he's back, that's a stretch. But I'm happy that he's safe and well and cancer-free.
Yeah, I don't have any that kind of ill will towards Jim Ross. So yeah.
There you go. But kick things off with our opening matchup. It was a 10-man tag of the Lucha Bros, the AEW World Tag Team Champions, teaming up with Jurassic Express, the number one contenders, as well as Christian Cage, to verse FTR, Matt Hardy, and Private Party. This one was definitely some entertaining action. It broke down towards the end when Luchasaurus got the hot tag and he was cleaning house. At one point, he launched Isaiah Cassidy into the air, which he let out a scream that would probably make Vicky Guerrero feel blush and feel jealous. Double choke slam is broken up on Luchasaurus. He kicks Wheeler in the face. Chokeslam hit on Harwood, but Penta tags himself in, much to Luchasaurus' annoyance. Everything breaks down, including Phoenix hitting a crazy rope walk, corkscrew dive, but Christian tags himself in and breaks up the fear factor, and FTR hits the big rig on Christian Cage in about 12 and a half minutes. What did you guys think about this opening matchup? Cash?
Oh, good.
My immediate thought when I saw it announced randomly, like 45 seconds before the show, can we never again, because it should have not been the first time, ever have Matt Hardy anywhere near FTR? What in the whole fuck? Keep them away, as far away from each other as possible, preferably one on the unemployment line. Match was all right. FTR came in. Dax Harwood is amazing.
Nick Jackson of FTR.
He is the Nick Jackson of FTR. I like to call Nick Jackson and Dax Harwood of the Young Bucks.
Oh God, will you stop?
That would imply that there's even a Cash Wheeler, and there's not. Really good match. I enjoyed Jungle Boy. Ray Phoenix is otherworldly. Is really the only way to describe him. Penta is solid. I'm not the biggest Penta fan in the world, but he's solid. FTR are amazing. Greatest tag team of all time. Undisputedly.
Yeah. In your mind. Just in your mind.
And people that prefer wrestling and not acrobatics.
The guys on the couch that don't like wrestling. Yes, correct. Go ahead. Continue.
But yeah, it was a fun match. I enjoyed seeing Private Party back. So Mark Quinn, wherever the hell you've been, welcome back. You can finally stop seeing Isaiah Blade and Isaiah Cassidy and the Blade being a random tag team for whatever reason. So it was all right. For a 10-man clusterfuck, I didn't hate it as much as I thought I would.
What did you think, Jimmy?
About the same. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I had that old FTR apology, because I do not. But because they stunk when they were very average when they first came in. But when I watched this match, and the match with Ray Phoenix, Jungle Boy, Private Party, who I always enjoy, and Christian Cage, who is fantastic and has had a splendid career, even though some idiots don't agree.
Yes. They are idiots. I agree.
Man, FTR is so much better than everybody else. It was shocking to watch.
Everybody else.
I meant the match.
Oh.
In the match. Exactly. He was like, damn. I was trying to catch you there.
Jax in particular was great. The way they sold the punches, the way they worked well with Christian, they worked well with fucking. We know they worked well with the Lucha Brothers. They worked well with fucking Jungle Boy. I love that match. I love the story they told, and I even love Christian Cage taking the pin. If we're going to continue where we should go with Christian and Jungle Boy.
I very much enjoyed later on in the night. They did a promo segment, an interview with Jurassic Express, where Christian Cage and Jurassic Express, because of the outcome, and they didn't get along here. The dissension, they coexist of this matchup, led to a little interview where Christian Cage and Jurassic Express challenged the Lucha Bros for the AEW World Tag Team titles, and Penta says that Christian is just carrying on the coattails of Jurassic Express and can't even be in the corner of a good tag team. He can't even be a good tag team partner at his advanced age. So I believe all of that will eventually is building to, or slow burning to, Christian turning on Jurassic Express. I don't think it will happen next week when they have the AEW World Tag Team title match on the TBS debut, but I think that the loss there next week will eventually lead to the turn.
Yeah, we know they like to take like a year to tell a story, so
I could see Christian, maybe Jungle Boy and tells Christian to hang back, and Christian accidentally fucks it up, or on purpose fucks it up, I'm not sure which, before the heel turn. I wouldn't be mad at that.
I can see that. I thought the match was good. The only part I didn't really like about it is the can they coexist, because I do watch WWE. I see that way too often. So seeing it here, it was jarring, and then we would get it later on in the night. And I think that if they took it out of this one here, like just have them have a miscue. We don't need them showing the can they coexist,
Right.
elements. Just have them have a miscue that like how they did the 8-man tag with FTR and the Young Bucks versus FTR versus Lucha Bros and Butcher and Blade back at Fyter Fest last year, where they got along the whole match. They worked together, and then basically they just had a miscue or didn't work too well together, and the other team won. I would like that more than this.
I think I agree with you, because this way, the way they did it this way, made it Christian looked kind of petty.
Yes.
But your way, maybe you do the same thing, same finish. Christian might look like he can't hang anymore, which is the whole point we're trying to get across, I thought. I'm not mad at that.
There you go. We do have a couple of comments here to read. DJ Eric, he's skipping ahead and he's asking us the hard-hitting questions. He says, what was worse, the Cody weigh-in segment with Anthony Ogogo ahead of Double or Nothing, or this episode's Dan Lambert Brandy segment?
We were talking about that last night. We mentioned those two specifically last night.
I mean, we are skipping ahead a lot, but I will say, I don't know if you guys saw my Twitter, but usually I just go on the True Hill Heat Twitter during Dynamite. I do the live tweeting. I had to jump on my own Twitter and just be like, I want to rant about Cody, and I can't wait for today's show because of this segment. But yeah, that is a good question. What do you think, Jimmy?
I'm a little close to that. I'm a little, you know how the prison of the moment? Right now, this Brandy segment runs away with it, but I got to sit with it for a little bit. I got to calm down. I've not fucking got over it yet.
Yes, we will see.
Because it doesn't hit as close to home for me. For whatever reason.
What you mean? What you trying to say?
We do have EBB kind of echoing what Cash is trying to say here, saying, I ain't black, so I ain't saying nothing. I'll let my Lord and Savior of racism, Cody, to do the talking for me.
Oh my god, they need to put that in his entrance theme. I'm gonna say
wrestling only has one true Lord and Savior of racism.
I'm gonna say the weigh-in segment just because they had like 8 billion people in the ring and it ran for twice, 3 times as long. And they had like, here's the Big Show, who all of a sudden doesn't matter. Here's Anthony Ogogo. We don't like him because he's black or British or both. I'm not sure which.
Whichever
like,
one.
it was just so. Here's QT Marshall. We're pretending to still be important. Like it had so much stuff happening, and just all of it was atrocious.
We also got Fifth Generation Carney agreeing with you guys, saying trash episode for sure. EBB says, I think this Lambert Brandy promo was worse. EBB is also agreeing with you guys. I thought the episode was meh. Enjoyed Jay's performance though. Loved her selling.
Did they fucking all? Oh, you all had coronavirus before and you cleared it up now because you clearly got your taste back.
You sense the smell.
Okay. Frantic World saying, what's up, SP3, Jimmy, Marcus, and chat. See, someone showing Marcus some love here. Negro Buck in the live chat says, what's up, my good brothers? My COVID test came back negative. Finally out of quarantine, loving it. Congratulations.
Let's say you came back just in time to watch that fucking episode. Good job.
And you just got CM just dying of laughter. But yes, like I said, there was stuff to like of the opener, stuff to not like as we went into another multi-man matchup. This time it is a trios match of 2.0 Daniel Garcia versus Eddie Kingston and Santana and Ortiz. I thought that this was a little bit more of the AEW multi-person style that I'm used to than the opener, without the overhanded dissension and coexist in it. But the finish was a little bit lackluster as one member of 2.0 basically raises the knees on Santana's splash and sets him up for a roll-up with a handful of tights. It was actually Matt Lee to give 2.0 and Daniel Garcia to victory. Post-match, Garcia hit Santana in the face with the ring bell. But this cues the return of Chris Jericho coming out to Judas, making a very, very late save. And of course, who is the person to call this out? None other than Eddie Kingston, who shoves Jericho away, says that he doesn't need his help, says that Santana and Ortiz are his friends, and Ortiz tries to get in the middle of both men to separate them. What did you think about the trios match and the post-match here? Jimmy?
Particularly following the 10-man tag, this match felt rather slow and unimportant since a 2.0 are in it, even though we were trying to get all of them over, which I don't understand. I understand I was trying to get Garcia over, in which case he probably should have got the pinfall too. He'd be on a real roll now.
Yes.
Give it to Matt Lee. I know I feel like I ask you guys this every week, but I hit my head a few years ago. Who's in charge of booking over there? But whoever it is. A terrible decision.
It's Antoine Carr after the promo that Brandy cut last night. We're gonna call him Antoine Carr on this episode of AEWramble.
After Brandy's thing, I think I want to do that just across the board.
I can't tell you how mad I wanted to be at him and couldn't be after that fucking promo.
Hey Romeo.
I can't even get mad because he's sitting there like, you know what? That is what black people sound like, right? I mean, I don't know. You tell me. Brandy's still expert.
From her nice part of Michigan.
That aside, though, I don't know if Jericho missed his cue or
was eating.
We're just setting it up so Jericho can be upset. And he'd be upset, but that made Jericho look like a complete cunt. Then he waited until Santana got popped until he decided to make the save. Listen, the sooner we're done with the inner circle, the sooner everybody, particularly Santana, is the better for it. Ugh.
Much agree there. Cash, what did you think about the match and the post-match?
This was so cuttable that it wasn't even funny. Like this had Rampage, baby, written all over it. Next week, baby, written all over it. There was no need to have 3 multi-man tag matches on the show. Particularly, this is the least important one, and it's not even close.
Yeah. Definitely.
I don't want to be blasphemous. Santana is a star. Okay. So we got that. Eddie Kingston is must-see TV all the time. Red Death,
Great.
there's something there.
Yes.
Magic Matt Lee entertains me.
He's talking, sure.
Right?
Yeah, when he's talking, not in the ring.
You're going to get a taste. But all is It's just fucking...
I love the way he points at people. Gonna get a taste, huh? You gonna get a taste, huh?
Like, all right, Snuka. But it's just like I didn't care really about any of it. I'm waiting for the end, right? I'm waiting for Jericho, and he takes forever. I'm like, this is already too long. He takes forever. He waits till Santana gets hit, and there was like a weird pause, like somebody missed their cue. I'm not supposed to really hit Santana, but now I have to hit Santana because he's nowhere to be found. And then he shows up late. He doesn't even check on Santana immediately. He just walks around the ring like, yeah, the fucking blowhard is back. You know, sing for me. I'm important. I know my friend is down, but whatever. He didn't give me any coquito this year, so I don't care. Like, I'm gonna check on him until right before they go, hey, Chris, we're about to go to commercial. You want to maybe check on Santana real quick? Like, what the fuck was any of this? And I don't want to see any of it. I don't want to see Jericho versus Eddie. I don't want to elongate the breakup of the inner circle. I just want it to happen right now, preferably like 2 years ago. Like, fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Like, fuck. Like, it's all of that. Just fuck all of that.
They should have done like one more match. They should have done like one more match with the Pinnacle where the losing group has to break up. That would have been the best thing to do.
Yeah, that would have been great at Blood and Guts. That would have been amazing.
Well, yeah, to push back Blood and Guts if you're going to do that. I thought the match was fine. This was more about the post-match. We see that they are trying to make something of this Daniel Garcia and 2.0 trio. I did like the team of Kingston and Santana and Ortiz way more than I like them, Santana and Ortiz, with anybody in the inner circle. So I like the fact, I love the post-match with Kingston getting in Jericho's face, because if that's the big win that we get for Eddie Kingston, for now, I'll take it. I know eventually he'll have to win a championship. It could be the tag titles. It could be the TNT championship, the AEW world title. Yes. But we need something tangible in the rear view mirror, something that is in the waiting. And if we have a Jericho Kingston match and Jericho wins, oh my God, that's the best way to turn Jericho heel, I will say. Unintentionally or intentional or not, that's the best way to turn Jericho heel. But I feel like this will be Jericho's like best feud since like the beginning of the early days of the MJF War of Words.
Oh, certainly.
I want to give us something to chew on also. So hopefully,
chew on. What is this? Your book of cliches from 1950?
Well, we're talking about Jericho, so I got to talk about eating cliches.
Oh God! If it's corny, I'm gonna have to exit both of y'all. Y'all need to come in from different windows from now on, so I could just exit you out.
No, this is the recap and entering the ramble. But I got him. If Eddie Kingston's able to steal away Pride and Powerful, right? What a great way as we can build Santana to that single star he needs to be at some point. We can get Santana versus Eddie Kingston at some point when that breakup eventually happens.
Jesus, it took a year and a half.
It took us like 2 years, and then he talks about, oh, they take a year to complete a storyline. And you're talking about something that's like 2 years in the making. I love it. But I will say the one thing, it's okay, Jericho coming back, starting a feud with Kingston. I'm all for that, but I much rather have preferred this guy making the save.
Ooh.
But I know he has to deal with what he's dealing with. Hope that it's going well. But I much have, when Tony Khan said he had surprises on this show, like the AEW Twitter account was like, oh my God, it's Chris Jericho. I was like, oh, it's Jericho.
How about we acknowledge that Tony, after Dragon and Punk, which to be fair are two nukes. I get two nukes. Come on now. He blew his load, and everything he says from here on out is nothing. Can we just admit this? There's no more big things he's going to announce. Unless John Cena, who'd come back as fucking Scene John, is going to be in AEW. There are no more big announcements.
Hey, to be fair, that is his real name.
To be fair, he was really excited about horse shit before that. Oh my God, major announcement. It's like Big Show. Like,
so you're saying he's like 2 for 35?
He's 2, yeah. Like,
hey, those 2 shots were game winners, though. I will say.
I gotta go back to his Twitter and see how the level of excitement. Because if it's the same level of excitement for Danielson and Punk versus all these other bums, then...
No. I'm talking about the AEW Twitter crowd. I'm not talking about Tony Khan. Okay. But we have a super chat donation from Jeff L, who says, "Happy to have discovered this channel in 2021 and wishing SP3, Romeo, Chris G, and the rest of the True Hill Heat roster prosperous 2022. Cheers." Thank you so much, Jeff. You've been one of my favorites in the live chat, and we appreciate your support on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. Of course, all of you guys send those super chat donation. It helps us out a lot, but we appreciate those very, very kind words. But
good job, sir.
Hey, Romeo.
Somebody with some common sense here. Unlike everybody else I talk to in this fucking my very small friend circle, including these 2.
Anywho, let's move on.
Hey, Romeo, can I get a fuck me, but with my face instead of Tony Khan's? Because nobody's wishing me shit except like one person.
That's what this is about. It's about you. No,
Romeo's not here, but I mean,
well, when he watches this, because he should, because everybody does.
I'll give you one of these for the final AEWramble of 2021.
I think it's Sting's pose. He's proud of himself.
Had to give you that. But next up, we had Maxwell Jacob Freeman, better known as MJF, and he's talking about the unsafe working conditions involving that crazy dive to the outside he took in last week's Trios main event, while suggesting that it wouldn't happen at a more professional company. And he says we'll worry about that during the bidding war of 2024, because Wardlow needs to qualify for the Face of the Revolution ladder match. That way he can win the TNT Championship and hand it over to MJF, as their contract says. Wardlow doesn't seem happy. He seems somewhat confused. So smart Mark Sterling comes in and basically informs him that his contract with MJF necessitates him any titles or title shots that he gets, he must hand it over to MJF. So I thought that this promo was great. He continued his feud with CM Punk, mentioning Punk and how Punk was scared of him last week. He also got to put over the slow burn, which doesn't. It seems like they are turning up the heat on this slow burn of Wardlow's babyface turn. So it seems like it is more near than I thought last week. What did you think about this promo here, Jimmy?
I loved it. Unfortunately, this is one of the highlights of the show. It lasted all 3 minutes. MJF is always great. I love the smart Mark. We'll call it a cameo. It reminded me of old days.
And he made sure to even plug his client, James Cargill.
I love the small things, like when MJF sends Spears out. Wardlow's like, well, what is this guy? Like, I'm like, that is hilarious. And I love Wardlow's whole demeanor. He's not angry. He looks just more like, I can't.
Simmering.
This is my place in life. I'm going to smash his face whenever I get the chance. I'm here for this feud. I feel like we're putting the Punk feud on the back burner for another month or so.
I think that this is going to be. I think they decided either between last week and this week, or maybe before last week, that this is going to be their Revolution pay-per-view match. So I think that's why we got these promos from MJF and Punk.
Can't wait for a Dragon Hangman draw. Ugh.
Well, we got judges this time, to be fair. What did you think of the promo?
If we go to the judges, it will be a draw. I'm calling it right now.
What did you think about this promo, Cash?
I love that we're keeping alive that there's a link between Smart Mark Sterling and MJF, however loose it may be. Love that. Like you said, Wardlow just being like, okay, like that's fun. Shout out to the plaid chair of Sean Spears. Love that touch. I would use that in the ring when he's hitting people, though, instead of just going back to the black one. Like, does he just keep in the plaid one in the office to hang out with? Like whatever. Speaking of the chair shot later on, we don't even get the cum shot on Sean Spears' face. He just a regular shot with the chair. Like let's keep everything together.
I'm gonna start charging you for my material.
Yes, it's his cum shot.
Wow.
Hey, you said your material.
Final AE recap. AE ramble of 2021. Got to get that in.
But no, this was a really great segment. One of the very, very few highlights of the night. Curious though, what we do in between. The face of the revolution. That's the brass ring ladder match that Scorpio Sky won.
The Sonic ring ladder match, yeah.
The Sonic ring ladder match. Okay, so hopefully we actually do something with it this time, unlike what we did with Scorpio Sky.
Well, Wardlow winning it does seem like a something that would be good. Following this promo segment with MJF and the Pinnacle, we did have that promo segment that I mentioned earlier with the Lucha Bros, Jurassic Express, and Christian Cage. And then it was announced that yes, next week we will have an AEW World Tag Team Championship matchup of the Lucha Bros defending against Jurassic Express. Any predictions? Who do you think comes out with the tag team titles on the TBS debut? Cash?
The Lucha Brothers.
Jimmy, you agree?
Same. Lucha Brothers. Hopefully with some Christian shenanigans.
There we go. And then next up, we had a very, very quick matchup as it was our weekly Wardlow murdering, this time former WWE ECW great Colin Delaney. He got the Powerbomb Symphony. I think that these murders are now turning into very good storytelling devices because you clearly are seeing Wardlow listening to the fans. And now he's going to be starting to listen to the fans more than he does Spears and MJF. I thought that this was a nice little addition on the promo we saw. What did you think, Jimmy?
Agreed. I love the Powerbomb Symphony. I love that as a name for it. And more importantly, I love that whoever runs the show, I forget, fell ass backwards to a fucking storytelling technique. God forbid he can't come with them on his own. Good Lord. Thank God for the fans of AEW who thought I'd say that.
Cash, what did you think?
Yeah, these are fun. Even though Wardlow's in action is becoming the new, we're going to hear from Sting or CM Punk or whoever else up next. No, it's fun. Like there's a progression. I love Powerbomb Symphony. They could have went with City. They could have went with Powerbomb City, but they're trying to be different.
No, that's corny. Corny as fuck.
So they go for Symphony. It's fun. And my favorite thing every week on television is Sean Spears stealing the glory. It's my favorite thing on weekly.
And cheering down Colin Delaney following this matchup here. Next,
you gotta make the face though. You missed the face this time. You gotta go back.
Next, we had the Young Bucks backstage with Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish. And the Young Bucks don't seem to like that Kyle O'Reilly is with them. Apparently, they say that Kyle O'Reilly hasn't even said hi to them since he's come. And Kyle says hi and then asks for a private talk with Adam Cole. This includes Bobby Fish leaving, so Cole can ask him if O'Reilly asks Cole if he has his back, acknowledging their past from NXT, and Cole doesn't seem happy or pleased with all of this. I love the tease of the dissension here with Cole kind of in the middle, so you kind of can see the visual of him being pulled from both sides, and I like the acknowledgement of the NXT feud here. So good stuff in my opinion. What did y'all think?
I didn't see them in NXT, so I don't particularly give a fuck. I must say, Matt Jackson did not bother me in this segment. I thought he was rather good, shockingly. It's amazing what you can do when you're not acting like a complete cunt.
I will say, you know, we it's become a parody to compliment Matt Jackson, but I would say out of the Young Bucks, the one thing he does do better is emote with his. Sometimes he over emotes, okay. And y'all have said it before. But in this segment, he was very good with his facial expressions.
He was. I thought it worked. He wasn't doing a theater performance. He was on a television show and said, "You're dope." Kyle O'Reilly, however, I don't know if he went to the Matt Jackson School of Acting. He makes me sick. I listen. These are people I've never seen before, so I have no previous grudges They didn't beat my favorite wrestler in fucking NXT. I just turned it on. I go, what the fuck are you doing? And to me, this was his best non-wrestling thing of the night. Because when he came out later, I was like, what the fuck is that? This bop, this fucking angry face, he stinks. Good Lord. Ugh. Adam Cole was great, though, by the way. I don't give Adam Cole enough credit. He's quadruple A, above average ass Adam. I thought it was really good.
Quadruple A. I love it. That's my favorite of your day. The Cash. Any thoughts?
Yeah, Adam Cole, always fantastic, right? I was not as unbothered by Matt Jackson because he started with the faces as soon as the cameras went on to him.
Yes, because he's not happy with Kyle O'Reilly.
Like, can you go to the Nick Jackson School of Acting where you could just tone it back poquito, just a little bit, just tone it back a little bit. When you look at a normal human being.
Yeah, he just didn't give a fuck. Nick does over the top emoting very well. He does do that very well. But I didn't get the Matt Jackson's facial expression told the story here.
Is there anything more Matt Jackson, by the way, than you guys didn't say hi to me? You guys weren't really being a good friend that I haven't seen in a few years. Like, go away. Permanently off a cliff. I thought it was cool that they referenced the NXT thing. But pick an avenue. Like, we're gonna be the team and we're in unison and we got each other's back, or we have like issues. We have issues and we're gonna team together.
They've been keeping the same energy with this since last week.
It's like there's friction, and then but like we're cool, we're gonna team, and then like there's still friction.
No, there's friction. There's just friction there. That's the story they've told since our rally, because they haven't done any pounding a fist or high five. They haven't done any of that. They just stand next to each other, but they still have that friction. It's been obvious, and they have picked that avenue.
Don't be posing next to me if you.
Oh my God, Matt Jackson just got mad at someone not saying hi to him. Marcus Cash, I'm mad that he's standing next to him. You don't keep the same energy. Wait
a minute. Marcus Cash says Matt Jackson is a bum for fucking nobody saying hi to him. Yet 20 minutes ago he was mad at nobody in the fucking group chat. How dare you?
How dare you?
I'm not overly emoting. I'm just expressing it with a very same face.
Sure.
I'm not over here like.
He wasn't doing his Matt Jackson thing though. He was doing better than that.
He was. But
my way more talented brother.
We wasted enough time on Marcus Cash not keeping the same energy. But we got some comments here in the live chat. EBB says Undisputed Era, who were leading NXT brand 2 years ago, now all on AEW is pretty big in my opinion.
You say so? Not to those who don't watch.
Love it. He also says, I love how happy Sean Spears is. No one loves his job more than him. And as far as Wardlow, he's slowly getting more and more cheers each week. Looking forward to hearing his mic work in the future. I don't know about all that.
Curious.
I don't know about all that, but I am curious.
It'd be so awesome.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he'll surprise me because Batista was way better than I thought he would be when he eventually went out on his own. So maybe he'll surprise me. You don't know. Bobby Babito says, I was happy to see Mercedes Martinez show up last night on AEW Dynamite. I would like to see Toni Storm show up on AEW. Marcus Cash, you are a little familiar with WWE and WWE NXT. What did you think about Toni Storm asking for her release and just leaving a house show and then quitting the WWE?
For starters, I'm somewhat familiar with Mercedes Martinez, so I was excited to see her. Toni Storm, boss ass move to go, I don't want to be here anymore, and then leaving, and then like kind of not giving them too much of a choice. Like, to save face, like they could have fired her or they could have just kept her on the contract because they've done that to somebody.
I was going to say, this is Vince from 5 years ago. That's a wrong fucking decision.
Like,
they came out with the comment like, oh, we're releasing so many people with budget cuts. It wouldn't make sense for us to deny someone's request. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all were denying people's requests like 6 months ago. Like, what are you talking about?
I know, but I do love the move. I question showing up to to work a house show, but to just like, fuck, I'm gonna pay for my own ticket. I'm out of here and just be done with it. Like that's a cool move. Regarding her going to AEW, the only Toni Storm I know kind of is like reviews I've seen of WWE where Toni Storm was on it. Like I don't know anything about Toni Storm from NXT. I don't know anything about her from the indie scene, and I don't care. And you guys are gonna blast me like, oh my god, she's this, and I don't know. Same way with him with Jimmy on anything NXT. I don't know anything about Toni Storm, so I gives not a fuck right now.
I think Toni Storm is a fantastic professional wrestler, but
Fantastic.
yes, fantastic.
These top shelf words. Chris Benoit's fantastic. She's Chris Benoit. Besides the murder.
No. Chris Benoit is an all-timer. There's levels to this.
Oh,
These levels. I think that she's fantastic, but she wasn't that in WWE because they never really gave her the opportunity. They gave her the opportunity in the Mae Young Classic tournaments in 2017, 2018. Her run in NXT UK was good, but when she got over to NXT, they never invested in her. They turned her heel when she's a natural babyface. Then her run never really had a story arc. Then she gets called up to the main roster. She has vignettes for weeks. Then she shows up, has one match. Then she's off TV for a month. Then she comes back. She's in a feud with Charlotte Flair over the top title, having a pie feud, which they're throwing pies in each other's face, and that's the crust of their whole feud. And then she lost on Christmas Eve against Charlotte Flair. And I think that she was at the point that's like, I'm 24 years old. For years, people have been telling me, oh, you need to get on the main roster. You'll be a top star. People have been telling you, oh, WWE wants young stars. WWE's been telling you, oh, we love blondes. She's all of these things. She just probably was like, holiday season was just showed up at a house show, did the match and was just like, you know what? It's the holidays. I'm just going to go home. I don't want to do this anymore.
She's from somewhere un-American, right?
Yeah, she's from, I believe, New Zealand. Either Australia or New Zealand.
First of all, that might be the most American statement I've ever heard anywhere ever. She's from somewhere un-American, right?
Somewhere un-American. I didn't even like that didn't even register with me because it's cash. Like because it's cash, I just sounded normal to me.
Does that discount her blondness and her whiteness for Vince? Like, oh, she's not white blonde from here. She's.
I mean, Rhea Ripley's gotten a push, and she's from the same area.
I just say I'm really glad that worked out for her because, good Lord, I just tell you, like that is 50-50 with Vince. He might have kept her for 12 years. Wow.
Isn't that happening to Paige like right now? Like they just won't let her go?
Yeah.
Vince don't play that shit.
And Paige can't even wrestle. Paige can't even wrestle.
He doesn't know who she is. That's why he let her go. He doesn't know who she is.
Yeah. Anyone from NXT or spent too much time in NXT, they asked for their release. Vince is like, yeah, get rid of him.
You probably took a poll. It was like, did Hunter like her? Yeah, get rid of her.
That's how he gauges. We got Negro Buck saying he popped for Colin Delaney. I thought about all those great how WWE ECW tried to make them their Mikey Whipwreck. What a horrible story. They did that so wrong. We also got here Frantic Row with an interesting suggestion saying Mark Sterling being Wardlow manager would be great. What do y'all think?
Sterling is a terrible babyface.
Yeah. If Wardlow's going babyface, that's not the real. Yeah.
No.
ABB saying we got a fun Easter egg. The way Bucks said anything you say in front of Cole, you could say in front of us. And Cole's Bucks, I got this, were the exact same lines when Hangman apologized to Bucks word for word. Yeah, it was. Yeah, when Hangman approached the Super Click before Full Gear, that was exactly what happened.
Yes, that's a fun Easter egg. Doesn't need to be acknowledged in a fucking paragraph of a fucking comment. Love you,
right. Feud of 2021, EVB and Jimmy Macram. Frantic Rail says Jimmy needs to watch some of Red Dragon's ROH matches. Would you be willing to do that?
If I can skip the entrances when he does that fucking bop or makes angry faces, dear Lord, that stunk. I hate his guts. He's got to work his way up to me now. Oh my God. Ugh. Matt Jackson looked like fucking Bobby De Niro. Jesus Christ, that stunk.
EBB also says Nick doesn't do subtle acting well at all. He was just there with a blank face, and then he
anywhere else.
ABB also says off a cliff. Goddamn, what he do to you?
Make me watch him and listen to him like weekly and too much and all the time. Like, ugh. If I had an ice pick.
An ice cake, Matt Jackson would take it from you and stab you with it.
There you go. And nice confirmation. Nice confirmation here from Frantic World that Tony Storm is in fact from New Zealand. So thank you. Somewhere not American.
Not China or New Zealand. Somewhere not American.
Somewhere non-American. It could be Spain. It could be Europe. It could be Japan. It could be Mexico. Somewhere not around me.
Could have had like a Crocodile Dundee gimmick.
45 minutes into the show, we mentioned it at the top of the show, and here we are. It is the Dan Lambert Men of the Year segment. They are here to rant about Cody. Lambert doesn't think much of Cody, but thinks even less of Brandy Rhodes. They make stripper jokes about Brandy's name, with Ethan Page mocking her wrestling abilities as well. And this cues Brandy, who comes out with the same line she said during Jade Cargill's debut. Who told you that this was open mic night, bitch? They don't like each other, obviously, with Brandy saying that Dan Lambert is a ugly ass bobblehead Paul Heyman wannabe who is not that good on the mic, and Brandy is ready to beat him up, but Dan Lambert informs her that he is a black belt. So Brandy says, "Oh, you're a black belt? Well, I'm a black bitch." And the black community collectively did themselves a palm, a head in the palm emoji. Dustin comes in for the save, but he gets laid out by the Men of the Year with Brandy checking on him. My God. And I have consented. I have a lot of inner hate to Cody Rhodes, but I got him winning the TNT championship because Sammy's run wasn't hot. Cody has an interesting character right now, and the TNT championship puts further spotlight on that character and what he's going to do. And if it's similar to his first run as champion, him against younger guys right now and the teases of the pedigree, it just works. This, in fact, did not. If you are going in the direction of Cody beating a babyface for a title, why are you still having Dan Lambert out here feuding with him, trying to get him cheers or trying to get himself booed? Where the first half of this segment, you had Dan Lambert getting cheered for everything he's saying about Cody. Then he got into the slut shaming, which I am totally over. It has jumped the shark as far as Dan Lambert's character. When I see that he, in one promo where I see that he's good when he has something to focus on, when he's talking about Cody, and he's making all these good lines, he's not getting the reaction he probably wanted, but he's making some good lines. And even in the exchanges with Brandy, but when he does the slut shaming, I'm just so tuning out. And then Brandy coming out and being this caricature of a black female, that was just like, my mind was blown where I said that had to be one of the worst. That was a late contender for the worst promo segment for AEW of 2021, in my opinion. What did you guys think? Let's go to Jimmy first.
All right, calm down. Relax.
Please don't. Have at it.
Let's start with Dan Lambert, who has the unenviable task of trying to get Cody over as babyface. He did his best. I'll say that much. He was his typical Dan Lambert with his typically ridiculous lines. And to be fair, I think we're all kind of with him. Like, yeah, Cody does stink. You're right. Which is not what we're going for. Fair enough. The only thing that made it even a little bit heelish is Scorpio Sky. What is Scorpio Sky doing? First of all, the dance in the ring, the fucking rolling around on the ground. he also watched something earlier and decided I'm going to do that because that's how heels act. I'm going to do that. Just like fucking Brandy watched Power and saw fucking.
She saw Tasha St. Patrick and was like,
black people with you. Okay.
That's what I'm going to do.
Let me tell you why listen, dude. We finished AEW at 3 in the morning,
Something like that.
at 5 o'clock. I was still awake, couldn't sleep, trying to figure out why I hated that as much as I fucking did, and just trying to analyze my feelings of the people with therapists. And I came to several conclusions. First of all, the Paul Heyman line. All these idiots in Jacksonville loved it, which made me sick.
And the most obvious, and I love Dan Lambert's response was the more obvious comparison is Jim Cornette. Like, what are you talking about?
Wouldn't have gotten a pop because we were trying to do the WWE thing. That so Punk do a while ago.
Yeah.
So that I'll tell you what, that explained to me that Brandy does in fact know what she's doing. This is calculated shit. How I get people to cheer for me, or at the very least, shut up long enough for me to get my words out. And then she drops black bitch. And first of all, we all got upset, but these dummies in Jacksonville
popped.
They loved it because this is the black people they see, and this is how they act. And Brandy, who, if this was Red Velvet, you said, if this was Jade, I might be a little more okay with it because
a little more believable.
I know it's not an act. I know we're not doing
because Red Velvet comes across like that in everything she cuts. She's very spicy, and then Jade has this very domineering character. Brandy has brought this out now twice,
right?
To Jade, and then to because people talked about that promo so much last year, she was like, you know what, I'm gonna go back to that. And that's the best way to counteract Dan Lambert and to get cheers. But the first half of this promo from Brandy got booed until she got to the ring, and then she started saying some good lines. Then the Jacksonville crowd got over. But I swear, I don't know how the black community felt, but me as an African American, that felt very uncomfortable because I watch Rose to the Top. I know how Brandy talks. That's not how she talks. So I understood it in a vacuum. I understood it to Jay Cargill because as an African American, when you argue with other African Americans, maybe that comes out of you. They bring that out of you. Them going to that level with you, or going to to that level of basically just anger with you. It gets you to that point. But it just came out of nowhere. It was because of stripper jokes and corny stripper jokes at that.
She's cooning. Can we call this what it is? She's cooning. She put on she's Aunt Jemima. She's Mammy. She's whatever the fuck you want to call it. And it's not okay. I said before, anything Cody did from now on would be Tony Khan's fault. But I got to give him a pass on this because he don't know. He's just some goofy motherfucker who's been rich his whole fucking life doing what the fuck he got to do. He doesn't know how black people talk. Maybe this is what happened. I don't know. Brandy's the expert, but she isn't. She's from some shitty suburb outside of Michigan where she's surrounded by white people all fucking day. And now she wants to come here and act and do a fucking coon shit and soft shoe and dance like she's goddamn James Brown. Enough. It's the most cringeworthy line in the history of AEW, and it's not even all that close. I hated that thing. I'll never watch anything Brandy does ever again. Ever. I'm done. I don't care what she does. Brandy versus Goat Baker. Let me know who wins. I'm out. I'm done. Never again.
I don't know how.
Because I'm woke and all this other stuff, unless I get an apology, handwritten from Brandy, I'm never watching anything she does ever again. I'm not here for it. I'm going to use your blackness, which she is. She just is. This is not a thing that you fucking can choose to be. She just is. You know, she would probably rather not be. You fucking cunt. Because I can tell she's one of these fucking people. If you ask her what her race is, she would start with, I'm 23% Cherokee. I hate Brandy Rose. I guarantee. But now that she needs to be black so she can get some cheap heat, oh, yeah, shit. I'm black bitch. I don't fucking, oh.
Oh my god, this is amazing. This is one of your greatest rants. We lost viewers because of the rant. Gosh, anything to add to this Brandy Dan Lambert segment?
Fuck him.
We lost a co-host for a second too. I'm gonna try to analyze. So Dan Lambert, usually kind of rough here, hit or miss, whatever. Same thing here, right? We're trying to get Cody over, but we can't because fucking Cody stinks. So I'm like, I'm identifying with Dan Lambert, and I didn't care about him for a little while, but I can't enjoy it because Scorpio Sky's fucking a clown. He's a clown on the side, right? So I'm like, this isn't doing anybody any favors at all. Cuttable, right? Brandy comes out. Let's do the math here for a second. She wants to take on 3 men by herself, apparently, right? And it's because of her race that she feels empowered to take on 3 guys by herself with no backup. Nobody's coming out with her at first. So this makes 0 sense altogether. And I don't watch Rose to the Top, right? I don't know how she normally speaks, but I can tell that ain't it. And I'm not black, and it made me uncomfortable when she said her line. So I'm like, this is all really fucking bad here. And you know it's bad when Dustin has to make the save because this segment's even too racist for Cody.
He's like, I could go save racism, but you know what? I'm gonna chill right here. Dustin, and he's there, ladies and gentlemen. Don't give me the crap. He ain't there because
he's got the fucking headset on in the back. I'm sure
exactly. He's right there, and he's having a match with Ethan Page on Rampage. That was taped last night, so he was there, ladies and gentlemen. So don't give me that crap.
Are we gonna try to transition this into America's Top Team versus Dustin? Like I don't.
American Top Team versus the Rose family. That's what it's gonna be. Dan Lambert and the Men of the Year versus Brandy, Cody, and Dustin.
Oh my god, I would not be shocked. Overdue Paige Van Zandt. I can't have it.
Oh my god, America's
there you go. There you go. That's the way you do the Paige. That's why. That's the way you do the Paige Van Zandt debut. Is Brandy?
God. Yes, her going toe to toe with Brandy Rhodes. Oh my god.
Brandy's gonna win with the spear or the stretch mark. They're gonna have that baby in the corner, aren't they?
Oh man, we got a bunch of comments regarding this. We also got a super chat donation from EBB. Thank you, good sir. He says another Easter egg. I like wrestling. F you, Jimmy. Great work from everyone all year, lads. Consistent reviews and videos. Enjoy your New Year's. Thank you so much, EBB. Always entertaining your interactions with Mr. Jimmy Macram.
I do. I enjoy it. Enjoy your New Year too, I suppose.
And DJ Eric giving you the praise, saying Jimmy Macram has made this show fucking awesome. After that,
6 years of my life.
That's yeah, pretty much. That rant was one of a kind. Frantic World says AEW Power Book 5 AEW All Elite.
Give them ideas.
Oh man, this is awesome. We got CM saying, I mean, apparently that's how you get black women over.
Fucking Aunt Jemima.
We also got EBB saying, I never knew y'all only talk in that one singular tone when angry. Thank you, Brandy, for teaching me that lesson. Sarcasm.
Jesus.
We also got DJ Eric saying, breaking news, Jimmy Macram still hates good wrestling.
Absolutely. I'm not entirely sure what that's in reference to, but I'm sure it was brilliant. I missed that fucking Angle Shawn Michaels match that was on the show.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know how we transition off of this. We should show Cody released a new t-shirt following AEW Dynamite. Heel babyface winner checkmark. And they also announced that Cody will defend the TNT Championship against Ethan Page on this week's AEW Rampage New Year Smash. What do you think about the new t-shirt?
I know people are like, oh, no, he's leaning into it. And they know that. No, I think he's really oblivious and unaware, and I think he actually doesn't get it. Like, I think he legitimately thinks I'll win them over. Like,
I don't. You don't do the golden shovel, the sledgehammer. You don't do the pedigree teases. You don't end the almost going down the heel tunnel. All of those things is he's fully aware that he's getting this, but I think the character is he's oblivious.
No, I think that he's like leaning into and toying with it and having fun with it, like they both, like his wife does, especially on Twitter. But I think he really thinks he's gonna be this fucking like Cena, like this fucking I'm gonna win over the kids at least, and that's all that matters. Like I think he's actually stupid.
Jesus, all right.
That was quite the lead up to just stupid.
Like, that T-shirt is horrific. Like, ugh.
Very well said, Marcus Cash. They also did a little vignette to preview Hangman Page versus Bryan Danielson 2 on next week's TBS debut of AEW Dynamite from Newark, New Jersey, with these teasing the still unnamed judges. I think the video packages always do well in a short amount of time to put over whatever they're doing there. And then next we had the TBS Championship Tournament semifinals, as it was Thunder Rosa going one-on-one with Jade Cargill. First of all, I gotta compliment this X23 cosplay by Thunder Rosa. I thought the attire was great. This match, once again, Jade Cargill, we know where she's at in her career. She's very young, she's very green, and a lot of that showed early on here. But this match was definitely an ode to Thunder Rosa and her ability to get a good match out of someone who is less experienced. She worked over the leg, which gave Jay a nice way to either subtle or a little overt selling of the leg when she was hurt by it. But in the end, she runs Thunder Rosa into the corner where Max Figured hits her in the head with the lead pipe, and then Jade follows up with Jaded to get the victory. Following the match, the Thunder Rosa attacks Jade Cargill, going after her, and it's none other than the masked figure is unmasked and revealed to be Mercedes Martinez, and Ruby Soho comes down to make the save for Thunder Rosa after the match. So what did you think about the match, the post-match, and Mercedes Martinez debut here?
Like I said, I'm excited for Mercedes Martinez. I don't know a lot about her, but I saw some of her work before I tuned out of WWE, and I liked her. She looks like a badass. I don't know about this who's got the better tattoos feud she's about to have with Ruby, but that should be fun. I made the reference last night with Jimmy. Thunder Rosa reminds me of what could be their and is going to be dated, like their Umaga, their Ken Kennedy. They're someone who could be so much, could be world champion, should be, but it's just a victim of circumstance and time. There's just somebody better all the time. We got Jade now. We got Britt Baker.
Who?
Dr. Goat. Right? Yes. We just got all these people that are just going to be in Thunder Rosa's way, and she's just not going to win these belts, and she should, because she's really good.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Jade is very green, but appropriately so. Like, I think we forget exactly how inexperienced Jade is. She's been wrestling for like 12 seconds. We talk about Anna Jay. Anna Jay's been wrestling for like 3 years. Jade is significantly less than that. So she's good for her size. I thought she finally hit that pump kick, which
that pump kick was great.
Oh my God, that shit was fantastic. Good Lord. I don't know if I like the finish, mainly because it feels like they're a team, like a tandem, a group.
I'm here for that.
Mercedes and fucking Jade?
I'm here for that.
Oh, Jade is a solo act. She's Russell Westbrook. She's a star. How's that working out, by the way?
Yeah, women on a mission.
What are you talking about?
It's a men on a mission reference, but you got two women, and they're both badasses.
Mabel and Mo were fucking badasses?
No, that was just for the name. I used them as a reference.
Yo, that's like back-to-back bad references. You just compared Thunder Rosa to Mr. Kennedy and Umaga, and then followed up with comparing Jade Cargill and Mercedes Martinez to men on a fucking mission?
the future world champions that never were.
Mr. Kennedy was never among the best in-ring workers in any division, in any company he has ever worked for.
In WWE, he was one of the top acts, particularly.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He was an upper mid-card. He was an upper mid-card guy. He never got to be a top act. You cannot tell me the sky is green when I see it's blue, and I remember that Mr. Kennedy was never a top act.
When he got his briefcase, we were
he was never pushed. He literally lost it 2 months later. You were trying to rewrite history in front of my eyes.
Because he was injured.
I'm not here for the Mr. Kennedy slander.
But I respect what Kennedy does. He was a great talker, a great character at the time. But don't tell me he was a top act. Can you, even though you're a fan, can you realistically tell me Ken Kennedy was a top act in WWE?
He was not a top act. However, that's Cash's point, is that he wasn't. Because
don't compare Thunder Rosa is a great
top act,
but she's a great in-ring worker. She's a great in-ring worker. That's not a good comparison.
That's not the comparison. The comparison is their spot on the card, which is you're good, and you could be the guy or girl, but you're not the guy or girl, and you're probably never going to be the guy or girl because Go Baker exists and Jade exists.
I guarantee you, I will say in 2022, Thunder Rosa will beat Britt Baker for the AEW Women's World Championship. I'm convinced. That's the story that they told, and the whole post match here, I think it's leading to Mercedes Martinez being that last obstacle before she gets back to the AEW World Championship.
Here's hoping, because if Thunder Rosa takes the belt off Goat Baker, I have no more reason to watch this fucking show, and I can get the fuck out. Please and thank you.
Also, I disagree because it's clearly Brandy Rhodes that's going to be for that women's championship. So
she's going to outsass Goat Baker.
Yeah, she's a black. You may be a black belt, but she's a black bitch. I mean, we then got a video on Rio versus Britt Baker for Battle of the Belts from on January 8th. Also, we should mention with Mercedes Martinez debut that it was officially announced on AEW's Twitter as well as Tony Khan's Twitter that Mercedes Martinez is officially All Elite. And next week, we got Ruby Soho going one-on-one with Jade Cargill for the TBS Championship in the finals of the tournament. And like I said, Ruby came out, made the save, and embraced with Rosa after the match. So do you think that Mercedes Martinez... Well, we kind of answered that, but what do you think? Who's going to win, Jade Cargill versus Ruby Soho next week? Cash?
Jade Cargill.
He's so disgusted.
Like, what? Listen, I like Ruby Soho from the other company. I enjoyed her. I was excited when she showed up, even though she had a horrific debut. But she's a lovable loser. Like, I enjoy you and you not winning a big one ever because you can't and you won't and you shouldn't.
Jesus. I think I agree with Jade winning. I don't think she should. I would go with Ruby Soho. Jade's just not ready just yet.
I agree.
Even though maybe they tried to elongate this tournament enough to give Jade time to get ready. Because Jesus Christ, this tournament's been not in-ring wise a mess, but the way it's been laid out, it's just been. It lost all after the last this one.
I wouldn't say that.
But 2 weeks is the last tournament match? 3 weeks?
The tournament started in November. So it's gone.
I mean, from this one we just had, this match,
the
one before that. When was that one?
That was the week before.
No, it wasn't last week.
They pretty much have spread out where you have one TBS championship tournament match each week.
It wasn't last week. I'll tell you that much.
Well, no, the TBS Championship Tournament match, I believe, was on Rampage the week of Winter is Coming. So they either have it on Dynamite or Rampage. It's just not on Rampage every week if that was what you're looking for.
I'm betting good money. There hasn't been a TBS title tournament match in 2 weeks. Put it up.
Before last week?
Before this one. There has been a 2-week gap at some point recently.
Before this one, it was Ruby Soho versus Nyla Rose last week.
Then that one.
Before what are you?
2 weeks.
Yo, both of y'all are confused. I'm sorry. I'm over it. Both of y'all are confused. We gotta get to some of y'all comments, but I do agree with Jimmy. I think that this was a litmus test for Jade Cargill, and she's getting there. but she ain't there yet. So I think Ruby Soho should get the victory. And they've told the story of her kind of beating someone bigger than her with Nyla Rose. So it does kind of foreshadow what's going to go down next week.
Everybody beats Nyla Rose. That's not a litmus test.
So why you not fucking? Why you not?
I said, did you not listen to what I said? I said this was a litmus. Jade Cargill, this was a litmus test for her against Thunder Rosa. She's getting there, but she ain't there yet. I didn't say it was a litmus test for Nyla Rose or Ruby Soho.
But your explanation was the story was Ruby Soho beat Nyla Rose, so she could beat Jade. No, everybody beats Jade Nyla Rose, so that doesn't matter.
I said you didn't hear what I said because I said she has beaten bigger opponents before in Nyla Rose. Are you trying to tell me that Nyla Rose is not bigger than Ruby Soho?
She is. She also
okay. Now then let's move on. Okay. I'm sorry. You're just nitpicking the things I'm saying, and you're not listening to what I'm saying at the same time. I love to see Jade versus Deeb. That would be good. I think she would be the person that would probably get the best match out of.
Would she? Listen, if you can't have a good match with Thunder Rosa, you can also Deeb, Go Baker, Riho, Statlander. What do you want? Benoit, it's over. It just is what it is. She said at a fucking ceiling.
Yes, EBB kind of playing into that says this was Jade's only 25th match, and I don't know if it was just me, but Rosa looked more off than Jade to me. Wow, not her best performance. That sell for the kick was phenomenal, though. Enjoyed the match, so he thought Jade was better in this match. So
okay, you know why he put the belt on Jade? Because she has the bigger star potential. I'm sorry, she does.
She has a look. But she ain't ready in the ring. It's just that. Slamming Sammy Joe says Jade is green. Yes, very true statement. Roses are red too.
Shut up. That's so awful. It's good. Good job.
I love it. Frantic World talking about our side argument of saying Mr. Kennedy lost his money in the bank briefcase to Edge. He is not a top tier wrestler, and
they thought he was hurt. He was gonna win the belt, and then they put it on Edge. And
he was just a good talker. I don't understand.
Not the issue.
Comparing a good talker to a good wrestler. She's been a top act. She's been a top act. She's been in the first main event of AEW Dynamite. She's been a top act everywhere she works. They are building to getting her back to everywhere the AEW Women's World Championship.
Everywhere she works? What does that mean? So what? Me too. What does that mean? What?
Anyway, EBB says the only 7 out of 10 match from Britt since winning the title has been Statlander. She's good, but she's never been GOAT levels. I can't even remember a memorable promo from her reign, barring the Ruby one.
This is why I don't like EBB. One of mistakes. I'm sorry.
I gotta be honest. My immediate thought was die slow, but I'm gonna hold back on that because I do like UB, and we're gonna give you a week to come back with a better take because GOAT. It's in her name. It's in her name. Why we have this argument? It's GOAT Baker. There's no. What is this discussion? It's been passed from Mickey James and Sasha Banks to GOAT Baker.
Dr. Goat, if you're being formal.
Next up on Dynamite, we had a chat with CM Punk. First, he wants to say how glad he is to have Jim Ross back. With that taken care of, Punk talks about how he's never been at Daly's place, and it makes him think about Brody Lee. Talks about the great tribute show, and it made him want to be in AEW. He says maybe there is someone who isn't worth his time and doesn't want to be here, like MJF. That he could talk about here. He talks about last week's 6-man tag team matchup. Says that it's fine with Punk after he got the team with Sting to beat FTR. And he talks about how MJF now says that he's done with him. MJF was talking about the AEW world title, and Punk says that he wants it too, and he says that MJF is a bigger waste of con money than Tim Tebow, which got a nice pop, and Punk was very happy with himself for that line. Punk never wanted to mess with MJF, but on the mic and in this ring, no one can touch him, not even on commentary, talking about the old pipe bomb line. And if MJF wants to climb that ladder, though, Punk will see him in the ring, and he says it will be a shame if someone interfered with his quest for gold. I like the Tim Tebow joke. This promo though just didn't know what it wanted to accomplish. First he says that he's done with MJF, then he says he's going to get in the way of his quest for the gold. It just didn't seem like it had a direction. So Jimmy, you're starting with the boobs.
Boo. You know what this promo no favors? MJF 3 weeks ago. Boy, it's real good to be here in Insert Town. That shit, that's my immediate thought. Listen to all that shit he said. Fucking, that's exactly what he said about JR and Brody and Daly's place. And it was like, oh my God, did he nail this on the fucking head? Boo. Boo to all this. I want none of this. What happened to angry CM Punk? I gotta be honest. They may have made a shift here with the timing of the MJF Punk match. Maybe they planned to have it earlier. Now they're gonna move it later. Fair enough. But to me, you fucked it up having that great promo exchange however many fucking weeks ago, because we should still be waiting on that exchange now if we're not gonna have the match. Because boo. Now listen, the promo was fine. We all agree we're probably grading Punk on a curve from here on out. So this is a B promo from anybody else, but it's a C- from CM Punk. A boo.
Cash.
C- M Punk. I like it. Yeah, this is I think the best part about CM Punk on Dynamite tonight was his haircut or whatever he did, his hair dyeing, whatever he did, that he shaved off years of his life.
I'm so afraid of getting old, sir.
I am. And
You're
also
pretty old now.
we are. But also, I don't like him being gray. Like I didn't ever like that look. So that was the best part. All this promo though, it stunk, and the need to bring up Brody Lee for zero reasons. It's like, why are we still doing that? Like, why? We've had no AEW interactions here. I can't remember any WWE interactions. I'm sure there were, but I don't fucking know any off the top of my head. Like,
I knew immediately.
Huh?
I knew immediately.
Yeah, like I don't see any reason why we're bringing up Brody Lee's name whatsoever.
Didn't somebody say something on Twitter about Brody Lee recently? Like,
yes, that's why he brought it up. It's because it was the anniversary of his passing from last year, and some people on Twitter, like you on the show usually, but some people on Twitter have been trying to diminish his legacy and his memory, so that's why Punk brought him up. And plus, Daly's place is very important to Brody Lee.
The memory of the greatest TNC champion of all time.
To be fair, they are trying to push that on us when we all know that's probably not exactly accurate.
So erroneous, so wrong. This was bad. This was all bad. Like
bad?
It was bad. It was
like less than a C-. It's not passing.
I like CM- Punk, so I'm gonna stick with the C-, but I didn't love this at all. This was also very.
It was C- Punk, not CM- Punk. We got two M's in there.
C- M Punk.
I'm still C- Punk.
C- Punk. The M is represented by the minus. Like,
I
thought you did it.
Oh my God. Ricky Stark. We get a promo segment backstage with Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs. He isn't happy with Dante Martin. Tosses him for tossing him from the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal. And then Powerhouse Hobbs says he'll take care of Martin again like he did the last time. And we also get a tease too. This Friday on Rampage, New Year's Smash, it is Technique by Taz, the biggest edition of Technique by Taz, with our boy, America's heartthrob, Hook, and talking about Red Rum.
Apparently, he's a draw. Because
what did you think about his second matchup and him causing a social media storm with no selling the Rikishi driver against Bear Bronson?
He's so fucking over. It's shocking. The entrance is even better the second time around. Though to me, it was my 15th time watching a Hook entrance.
Me too. I watched his debut multiple times, and I watched this multiple times.
It works. I don't know why it works.
I love when he gets to the ring. It has that little it goes silent.
Yes,
like the music just fits.
Fucking Christ. As for the match, I liked it better than the first one. I think it was a different look. It worked because I don't care about Bear Country at all. I'm not sure which one this is.
The lesser good one.
I'll take your word for it. The no selling is silly. I know Taz does it. No selling the power driver, but it didn't bother me. I mean, to be fair, I don't want to do it too much because it feels like now we might move him into like a parody of like. I don't want to say Gilbert, but like that area, if he starts doing stuff that's kind of superhero-esque, could ruin him long term. But for one time, it worked. I loved it. Seeing him throw that big cocksucker around was fantastic. No offense, sir.
That head and arm Taz flex. That was I felt bad for that man's neck. Any thoughts, Cash?
I fucking lost my shit at the no sell, but I'm still very triggered about it actually. But the match was very, very good. Seeing him, throw around a big motherfucker like that. It wasn't Fuego, so it's an immediate upgrade, as it is. So it worked. I think we could come out with weekly T-shirts at this point and just have him wear it, but he won't wear the fucking T-shirt. That said hook shirt is so much better than the regular hook shirt. I'm excited for the technique by Taz. I'm still a little sad in that it's called Red Rum instead of Taz Mission or Hook Mission or the Kata Hajime.
Red Rum. His name's Hook, and his finisher is the Red Rum. This fits everything you would have imagined. If we were talking to 2000 SP3, 2000 Jimmy, 2000 Marcus, and we were asked 21 years from now, Taz is going to have a son, what would you name his finisher? Well, it has to be something with Red Hook. That's it. That's it.
Well,
it just works. It just works.
Is that why it's called Hook?
Huh?
Is that why it's called Hook?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God.
I thought that was just like a nickname he had playing lacrosse or some shit. I don't know.
He does look like.
We actually play one of those fucking sports.
I don't know. He was a wrestler. He was an amateur wrestler. He
plays some white sport. I know that.
I
glanced at his Instagram.
Oh my God. You just say things. I don't know if you think about it before, but you just say things. We look at Cody Rhodes taking the TNT championship from that same episode of Rampage, and here is Sammy Guevara with signs who says that he will win back the TNT championship. We should mention that after Rampage, they did a segment with Cody celebrating, and then Tony Khan said to send Hook. Hook came down and had a conversation with Cody and slapped him in the face and just left. So this has led me and many others to think that the reason why Cody won the TNT championship is to put over Hook. Hook will be the most dominant, the greatest TNT champion of all time, and we won't be saying it facetiously because he passed. Hook is that guy.
They are going to ruin fucking Hook before he even gets started. Now, listen, I will admit, he has come in way above his level you would assume he's at. You would think he'd be rather green, and he just isn't, at all. But that feels like a bit of a leap, I would say, to be carrying the TNT championship. I'm going to have fucking 12-minute matches every week. Can we not fuck this up just yet? Can we wait?
I think Cody's going to go on a long run. I think it's going to be I think this is going to be longer than his first two runs with the TNT championship.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he's gonna keep teasing these pedigrees. You're gonna hear people say he's not pushing the younger talent, and then eventually Hook is gonna be the guy that beats him.
You know who should be the guy? Who should be the heel carrying this fucking belt? How about that guy that's on Dark now? How about Andrade get a shot at it?
Well,
Jesus fucking
unfortunately.
It would be good to be a heel champion carrying that belt. The one that fucking had it.
Well, if he wasn't injured, he'd be on TV. We had a video on Hikaru Shida versus Serena D with Hikaru Shida, who didn't speak English like a year and a half ago. I was quite impressed with this promo. I mean, maybe I'm grading it on a curve or something, but we are less than 7-8 months from when that Spanish announce cunt basically made fun of her English on live television, and now she's cutting very effective promos to hype her feud with Serena D. What did y'all think?
I like the way they are apologizing to me. About the
last 2 weeks, they like Jimmy.
Yeah. I apologize. Well, one thing. First of all, how does Cody win the TNT title and it's not mentioned until we're an hour and a half into the program? Number one. Number two, and more importantly, Pac gouged niggas' eyes out several weeks ago, and has not been seen since. I will never let it go. He bloodied a nigga's eyes. He had blood on his thumbs.
I love how this has become the running gag of this show now. That you
It's the most
bring up.
horrifically violent thing outside of Nick Gage that's happened on an AEW television show, and it has not been mentioned since.
I also don't recall them mentioning spitting in some girl's face ever since Malachi Black and Julia.
Oh, right. Oh, I was like, wait, what? Did Tony Khan go on a drunken?
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? He did not start that explanation very well. But
I don't either.
By the way, here's my impression of Tony Khan before the first TBS show. He goes to the men's locker room and says, "Guys, go out there and have a good show, have fun, relax. It's all good. It's just like TNT, no problem." Then he goes into the women's locker rooms and he says, "Hey, bitches, don't embarrass me. Don't mind me."
that's sometimes how it feels. That's sometimes how it.
And then Brandy steps in and translates for a couple.
She speaks jive.
She does fantastic, by the way. She looks great in that outfit. I gotta be honest, we were both against it a few weeks ago, but I'm leaning more and more towards Marcus Cash. I think a heel Sheeta could work. You see the outfit? She could be.
This was the first time that I saw it. Saw it, and I saw that it could work because she can cut an English speaking promo now. Like I was like very impressed. Like this was probably her most impressive promo that she's had in her entire run in AEW.
Certainly.
Next, we had in the ring Brian Pillman Jr. to talk about Malachi Black. Huh? What?
I'll keep it short. But what I'm hearing from your two reviews is I'm a visionary. I saw heel Sheeta so long ago. I called this shit. I was like, this is what she needs to be.
It's not gonna happen.
I literally didn't say that that's the route that should happen. I said this was the first time that I saw it.
Said you could see it, which means I was on the money.
Absolutely.
No, it doesn't. No, it definitely does not, and you should have just let me move on. Brian Pillman Jr.
Moving on to this. Why?
Is in the ring to cut an impassioned promo talking about Malachi Black trying to end Griff Garrison's career. Then he remembered getting kicked in the head to leave him laying. Pillman worked hard and here to start and got it started in Jacksonville, Florida. He didn't know his father, but he knows you only get one life from him, and Black isn't getting his. Next week, you're seeing a brand new Brian Pillman Jr. The lights go out. It comes back on. Malachi Black is at the ramp, and he points at Brian Pillman Jr., and that sets up Malachi Black versus Brian Pillman Jr. next week on the TBS debut of Dynamite. Cash, what did you think about this promo?
I think somebody in the back went, we need something atrocious to get the people to forget about that Brandy thing. And so they tried. They tried to put out the worst thing they could find. And naturally, it's Brian Pillman Jr. speaking. But on this night, I'm sorry, sir, you get the silver medal and horrible shit. There was no outdoing Brandy on that one. You tried your damnedest to suck, and I appreciate the effort, but he's so cuttable. We were compiling a list of people we'd fire. Brian Pillman Jr. is very high on that list.
Wow. Jimmy?
I want to give Tony Khan some credit here. I know, shocking, especially for Brian Pillman Jr. promo. But at a certain point, you do need to take. Yeah,
you okay?
You do need to take
someone send him a PCR test, please.
You do need to take some of these younger guys and younger gals, though for Tony Khan, just younger guys, and throw them into the deep end of the water from time to time to see if they can swim. And Brian Pillman Jr. cannot swim. He tried his best. He tried to emote. He started yelling it several times throughout, though it came across as awful. And you gave it a shot, and it doesn't work. So now, next week, Malachi Black kicks him in the face, and we all move on, I hope.
Brian Pillman Jr. is not the guy right now at this point in his career to do a one-person basically monologue in the ring. I thought he was much better when he did the sit-down interview with JR ahead of Grand Slam and his MJF match. He came off very well. When he was interacting with MJF, because he's a strong character, he did very well. Him in the ring by himself, it just didn't hit. And they have mentioned quite a few times that Malachi Black spit in Julia Hart's face. It's just not this week because now the aggression that Brian Pillman Jr. has to do with Malachi Black attacking Griff Garrison last week.
I thought they weren't on the same page. What happened?
Whose side are you on, is it?
I'm just letting you know. You haven't been here a few weeks, so you might miss some stuff. So I have all my notes for the past couple of weeks, and I scrolled up a little bit and I said, yeah, they did mention that. EBB says, name me a memorable promo from Britt Baker's reign that wasn't the Ruby one. Hey, go Breaker fan club.
The one before that, the one after that, the one after that one, the one after that one, the one before that one, and then before the first one. Listen, first of all, why do you have to be a goat? It has to be during your reign. She literally went from a forgettable babyface to the most overheal female in God knows how long. This isn't a discussion. This is a losing battle. This is not the hill to die on.
She went from somebody fireable to somebody as a pillar.
Like, knock it off.
Like face Baker could have got cut.
Even CM Punk agrees with me. CM Punk doesn't like anybody.
That's just true. Slamming Sammy Joe says Roman fears Hook. I agree. Slamming Sammy Joe says he played lacrosse for Bucknell. So there you go. There you go. I don't know how does that get to Hook though?
He says Hook played lacrosse.
Yeah.
No, but he mentioned it when we were talking about how he came up with the Hook name.
No, I just assume because when you play sports, you get team nicknames and stuff. So I just assumed, and that's the only sport I knew he played.
He hooked it.
I don't
constantly hooks. I don't know.
I don't even know that.
I don't know what you're doing lacrosse.
I don't know what you're doing lacrosse either. I just assume
except rape college girls.
You
just.
Holy shit! Let's move on. I'm gonna take this comment off the screen.
I'm just saying everybody gets a nickname, so I just thought somebody would call him Hook for whatever reason. Maybe he had a good right hook. He knocked somebody out in practice. I don't fucking know.
You know many lacrosse players to know that they always get nicknames?
No, I mean in sports you get like
lacrosse is a sport technically, right?
Like I'm called Cash. Before very recently, my name wasn't Cash.
That's true, I suppose.
I guess. Ninja Mortis says, I'm sorry I'm so late. What's up? Hashtag Team Hook. Hashtag Hook Gang. Hashtag Hook Nation. Hashtag Hook Squad.
Hashtag Whole Squad. That's what you get, stupid.
Frantic World says Hook getting a win over Cody would be really good. I agree, of course. Yes. ABB says, I'm thinking Jungle Boy will be the one to dethrone Cody down the road. I thought Jungle Boy was going to be the one to beat Miro, but...
How many of these pillars is we going to have Cody destroy? Enough of this.
Don't bring that in the house.
In the Mix Radio says Sammy should have kept the TNT strap. Cody is extremely moist and he needs a pad.
What? That was so randomly mean. Jesus.
I agree with the second half of that statement.
He's extremely moist and needs a pad.
Ninja Mortis says keep Sheeta in a white Naito suit, please and thank you. I mean, whatever she had on this show was great. So
clean.
I'm with it. I'm clean. It's clean. It's Naito when Naito wears a white suit. Slamming Sammy Joe says crazy that Sheeta is the longest reigning champion in AEW, yet still feels underrated. I agree.
To be fair, her reign was
underwhelming.
You know what? Thank you. I was going to go with something meaner, and that's more appropriate. Underwhelming is a good word. Or just whelming, whatever you prefer.
Ninja Mortis with another question for us. What's worse, the Pillman promo or his take on cancel culture? Yes, he wore a shirt that said cancel culture recently.
Who the fuck's trying to cancel Brian Pillman? Shut the fuck up. This is what I'm saying. Motherfuckers who have nothing to do with anything having an opinion on something. If Dave Chappelle says cancel culture, I'm willing to listen to what Dave Chappelle or Bill Burr or fucking anybody else has to say. But Brian Pillman Jr., he stinks. I can't wait for him to get released.
Oh my God, we are counting down to his release now. Jesus Christ,
that's good. He stinks.
We got to trim a lot of fat. We got a lot of people on YouTube for no reason.
He wears a mullet. He's got the fucking Confederate flag tattooed on his ass cheek. Enough of this guy. Get rid of him.
Him and Austin Gunn.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know Austin Gunn's there too with his gigantic baby head.
Wow,
I just ripped his mother wide open.
Wow. ABB says this promo was a little weird for me. There was emotion in his voice, but he had a blank face throughout. Like his face didn't get the script.
Exactly that. He's there. And then you fucking yes, sorry.
Like I know he plays a lot of stock on people being second, third generation and things like that, but he's got all the talent in the wrestling business as his mother.
Jesus.
Whoa, okay. The They claimed cut a promo complaining about how they aren't ranked, but Sting and Darby are. That's why Anthony Bowens is going to take care of Darby Allin on Rampage. We then get Sting talking about how casual people are how casual people are about main events these days. Allen says he's fine with being in any match on the card and is ready for Bowens on Friday. And it was announced AEW Rampage, a New Year Smash, Darby Allin with Sting will versus Anthony Bowens with Max Caster. I am fully sure this will lead to an Acclaimed versus Darby Allin and Sting, and I am ready for the Max Caster promos in regards to those.
Who did Darby piss off? Where he goes from the Gun Club to the Acclaimed? Like, can somebody explain this to me? What did he do?
No, he went to FTR and MJF to the Gun Club to back to FTR and MJF to now the Acclaimed.
Oh my God! What did he? Jesus!
He leveled up from Gun Club. There was no lower there was no lower. He hit the bottom. And he bounced up just a little bit to the Acclaimed.
What the fuck? I don't get it. Their pillars are not doing well. I said MJF, their pillars are not doing great these last couple weeks. Jesus fucking Christ.
Any comments, Cash?
By the way, those two promos were terrible. Why do you have the Acclaimed with a microphone and don't have dummy rap at all? Ugh. And then Darby shouldn't speak about anything ever. Love you, Darby. Don't. And Sting sitting here talking about, well, I never cared main event. People are too casual at main events. Says the guy who main evented for 25 years. Shut up. Enough.
Yeah. Actually, every match I've ever been in, like a main event, like wasn't all of them main events?
Like pretty much.
Since you surfed, I think they were like all main events, weren't they?
Said the guy gets rich and says money doesn't make you happy.
I just recently watched Bash at the Beach. He was in a nice mid-card match with Lord Steven Regal. Great stuff.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, to be fair, if you can't main event, that's a hell of a constellation. You're in there with Regal.
Nothing great to getting punched in the fucking mouth. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Get fucked up by Regal. Yeah, great.
Damn good show.
And they gave him like 15 minutes. Yeah, I gotta get
fucked up
by Royal Regal.
That's for 3 weeks after that.
Well, bastard.
My mouth hurts.
It was actually Great American Bash 1996, not Bash.
I'm gonna look that one up now. I want to watch
Bash at the Beach. He was in the main event with the.
What year was this?
96.
I'm gonna look that one up. I want to watch that.
Great show, Great American Bash 1996. Go out of your way to watch.
Was he the Crow or was he Surfer?
He was Surfer. That was the end. This is the end, the tail end of the Surfer run.
That's the better thing. Okay.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
What for me?
What
for me?
Yo, you have to. I need you to keep putting these stuff in because you say this so assured, like this is the uniform opinion. You say a lot of the stuff that is your opinion. You say it like it's the uniform.
Thing is the best thing.
For me, I enjoyed Surfer's thing more, significantly so.
What?
That's my opinion. That's debatable.
I'm sorry.
Of all time.
I'm sorry. There's no greater babyface than Sting popping up from the fucking Raptors and just. I'm sorry. I never seen a wrestler who was like Batman. Like that was Sting as the original Pro Wrestler.
I mean,
I never liked
Surface.
I like Wolfpack Sting way more than
you were 20 when he
was
Pro Sting.
I like Wolfpack Sting way better.
That's crazy.
But nonetheless, back to what we're talking about. Yeah, these were bad, and I love the Acclaimed, both of them.
You do.
Max Caster especially, and this was awful to me. I was like, what's the punchline? We're pouring oil on Bowens' chest. Like, what are we doing? I get what angle we're playing at, but
yes,
we're missing. Like, we're missing. And then Darby speaking, so we made this worse somehow. And then Sting, what the fuck are you even talking about? Why is this happening? Why is this this feels like universe mode in AEW? Like, what are we doing?
Really quickly, that Owens, that Acclaim thing they playing on, Penelope and Bunny do it a lot better later on.
Yeah, we got video on Tay Conte and Anna Jay versus Bunny and Penelope Ford setting up a street fight on Rampage. And Cash said earlier, I think it was Cash or Jimmy saying that Wardlow's matches are the new Tony Schiavone's going to interview Sting. No, Anna Jay and Tay Conti versus Bunny and Penelope Ford has been chronologically frozen and will never end. It will keep coming back. We will never kill this matchup.
And I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with it.
I knew you would.
I heard, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I heard this match was apparently fantastic. So much so that Tony Khan came out and applauded afterwards.
Hey, we shall see, and maybe I'll ask for y'all opinion on
He's
next
trying to
week.
prove he's not sexist. He didn't give a fuck.
On next week's show. Finally, we had our trios main event of Orange Cassidy and Best Friends versus the in-ring debut of Kyle O'Reilly in AEW.
Look at that face. He stinks.
With Bobby Fish and Adam Cole. It was great for me as a lifer ROH fan to see Red Dragon come out to dance away. All the guys coming out to Adam Cole's theme, which is just great. Yeah. The action broke down. Everybody gets into the ring. The Best Friends look like they got an advantage. Got a very close near fall on Adam Cole after taking 3 consecutive power drivers. We also had O'Reilly running into Cole later on in the match, taking Cole out of the matchup. But with the referee distracted with Brandon Cutler, who is just the biggest dweeb in the world, and I love it. Him running around the ring full circle with the Cole spray and then getting in the ring and just getting pummeled and then distracting the ref for the Young Bucks to come in with the double super kick. Red Dragon follows up with Chasing the Dragon to defeat Chuck Taylor on behalf of the Best Friends, and Red Dragon and Cole win the main event. After the match, we got a little stare down with the Young Bucks and Brandon Cutler helping out Adam Cole, leaving O'Reilly and Fish in the ring as both sides seem upset with one another following that finish. So a good win for Red Dragon, good win for Kyle O'Reilly in his debut in AEW. What did you guys think about this trio's main event? Cash?
Serviceable. Busy. It was a lot happening. Like Young Bucks got involved. Brandon Cutler's got a thing. Rick Knox is a bad ref.
Was it Rick Knox?
I don't remember, but I was looking at the bald head.
I think it was your boy. Yes, I said
Rensburg.
We're going to kick all these guys out of the ring. Go ahead, bad ref. Go ahead. Hey. Rick Knox has been clean for months, sir.
Not months.
I love how offensive Jimmy takes any type of insult.
Absolutely. Leave Rick Knox alone. Go ahead, Rick.
All right. Well, he went to the Rick Knox.
Absolutely. Yeah, boo. Shut up.
Either way, bad showing, Bryce. But it's just so much fucking happening. But it was serviceable, and Chucky T ate the pin. So, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Jimmy, what did you think?
I like this match, actually. Wow. What's his name? The new one. O'Reilly. Wow, his facial expressions make me sick. Like, just make an angry face. Like, oh my God, sir. Yes! His mouth was all twisted up. I'm like, sir.
I cannot wait till Jimmy sees him air guitar.
Oh, fucking his best Briscoe impression. He stinks. His ring work is really good, as is Bobby Fish's. I love their finisher where Bobby Fish kicks the shit out of his elbow. And then drops him on his head. And I like the Young Bucks interference. And to me, Adam Cole is a much better, hate to take that shot at him, Matt Jackson when it comes to facial expressions, because he got over what the fuck he was going through. Like, I'm confused. I'm conflicted. I'm not entirely sure what the fuck is happening. I'm almost kind of sad. I don't know what's going on here. Somebody help me make it. Look at that face.
He's like, what the fuck happened?
We shot Nick Jackson's acting earlier. Look at that Nick Jackson face. He actually looks like concerned. Like what the fuck? Like a dad. Like what the heck?
Yeah. I love that face right there.
Nick
Yeah.
Jackson gets it.
Okay. But I totally agree with what you're saying about Adam Cole. I like this main event. I thought it was a very fun matchup with plenty of entertaining action. I love the double teams. I love the little feud that's still going on between Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy. And this story of Red Dragon and the Young Bucks fighting over Adam Cole is making Adam Cole look like a bigger star. Without him having to be in the title scene, without him having to beat any of your top star, you are doing a story that makes him feel even more than he was. And a couple of weeks ago, Jimmy was like, "Oh, we need to call the panic button." But I think that this is something that has benefit Cole the most. But I think that this would have been a lot more effective if we didn't do the "Can They Coexist" in the opener. This would have been effective here.
Agreed. To be fair. Brandy is kind of like an eraser. I forgot everything that happened before the Brandy promo, so this was fine.
It's like Flash. You don't remember anything. But that brings us to a close on this review of AEW Dynamite for New Year's Smash from December 29th, 2021. Let's put our thumbs in the middle and thumbs up or thumbs down for this episode in 3, 2, 1.
What? What? What?
Cash, what did you give the show out of 10?
Negative 4. Like,
that's hilarious.
Stuck New Year's trash. Like, what are we talking about?
You said negative 12. Cool. Jimmy, what did you give the show?
What's the middle? 5?
Yeah.
Maybe 4.5. That I don't want to be too harsh for the Brandy Romo, but yeah, something like 4.5, 5.
Yes. Yeah, the reason I went thumbs up is because this really hit the bare minimum of a thumbs up show. For anyone else in wrestling, this would have been a very good show. For AEW, this was bang average. It was about like a 6.5 is the highest I would go, but I'm leaning more towards 6 because it did have one of the worst promo segments from AEW of 2021. So
2021, 2020, 2000.
yeah, probably one of the worst promos of their existence. I agree. And we got Frantic World saying he thought the main event was good. So all right. We also got EBB saying that was so randomly mean. What I'm thinking, but I'm just that seems about right. That seems about right. So match of the night, Cash. What you got? Jimmy, match of the night. Who you got?
FTR?
Yeah, opener, probably. No, not probably, the opener.
I go with the main event. I thought the main event was much better than the opener.
Wow.
I expected more with the Lucha Bros, FTR, Jurassic Express out there, Private Party. I enjoy very much, and Christian Gage. There's only Matt Hardy, which I'm
Nine people had
about.
to carry Matt Hardy. What do you want?
Yeah, I know 9 people had to carry him, but they didn't carry him to a great match. And I thought they would. I thought they would there. So I'm going with the main event. I thought that was much more effective. Who was the MVP of the night? Jimmy?
Jesus. Double Jesus. I'm going to go with MJF because I can't think of anybody else off the top of my fucking head.
Cash?
It's going to be a sympathy vote. Dan Lambert for having to be out there alongside Brandy Rhodes.
I'm going to go with Adam Cole. I thought that this was, like I said, he just came across like one of the bigger superstars on this show because he has 4 grown men fighting over him. And he goes out with the AEW Women's Champion. So it's just very interesting.
He is winning at life.
Yes. LVP Cash.
Oh, come on now.
Don't do that, Skip.
Come on, buddy. It's Brandy Rhodes.
Is it unanimous?
Yes.
It's Brandy Rhodes.
Fucking yes.
Stop it. She is the LVP of the year. She is the LVP of the company at the moment. And a company that employs Marco Stunt still. She is the MVP of the company right now.
You gotta take your shot.
What the fuck?
Absolutely.
Cash, please let the people know where they can find you on social media and anything else you got going on, sir.
Don't even plug me. At Brandy Rhodes and let her know how fucking terrible that was.
Absolutely. Ugh, I hate her guts.
Jimmy, where can they find you?
At Jimmy Macram on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube,
Patreon.
That too. Yeah. And enjoy it. Follow me there because you may not see me here as soon as Go Baker loses his belt.
Oh God, I'll try to convince him, ladies and gentlemen. Check out Jimmy's YouTube channel for our conversation about Spider-Man No Way Home. I thought that was very, very fun. I actually just watched that when you put it up, so good stuff over there. And you can find me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. You can see my written work on sportskita.com as well as WrestleTalk.com. You could also see me on the Sportskita Wrestling YouTube channel. We did a preview for WWE Day 1 with Kenny Bolin and myself earlier this week, so check that out before the big show on Saturday. You could also see me on Smack Talk this Friday, actually, after Rampage New Year Smash, reviewing Rampage with Dutch Mantel and Rick Ucchino as well. And check out the new podcast, Believe in Pro Wrestling, with myself and Rick Ucchino, that debuts on Sunday on the Believe Podcast YouTube channel. But there is plenty to enjoy. What happened?
Jesus.
You want to take a breath? God damn.
It's a lot. But there's plenty.
Air tag on you. These guys everywhere.
There's plenty to enjoy right here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel on Saturday. WWE Day 1 watch along, the first pay-per-view of 2022. We'll be doing a watch along hosted by Romeo. The rest of the True Hill Heat gang will be here to watch Roman versus Brock, the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Championship, and much, much more. You also had NX3 earlier this week, 2 editions of Fusion of Honor, and we will be wrapping up our top 10 countdowns for 2021, the year in review. We got the top 10 wrestlers of 2021 countdown that will be dropping with myself and Miss Chrissy Love, top 10 women's wrestlers of 2021, as well as top 10 matches of 2021. They will all be dropping over the weekend, so much more to enjoy. But myself, Jimmy, and Cash, we will be back next week to review the TBS debut. Hopefully Britt Baker doesn't lose the title there, so Jimmy is still with us. But for Jimmy, for Cash, like this video, share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family. Let us know in the comment section below, if you're watching on demand, what you thought about AEW Dynamite New Year Smash, as well as hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified. Become a supporter over on patreon.com/True Hill Heat, where you can see much more content as well. So for Jimmy, for Cash, it is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3. This has been AEWramble, episode 23, New Year's Trash. We are signing off until next time. You got a black belt!